Hello, this is Brandon Johnson, and then this is EDL 856, Module 16 case study, parent apathy. So, Category 1, problem identification and analysis. What do you know? Within this case, I know that Miss Rose is a new assistant principal at JFK. I know that she wants to have more parent involvement within the school, and she is currently thinking of ways to have this happen. I know there's currently no PTO or PTA organization. I know that the head principal at the school is against the forming of any type of PTO or PTA, but has agreed to allow Miss Rose to conduct a parent advisory group. I know that notes were sent home with students inviting parents to attend a special meeting on parent involvement. The notes were sent home about a week in advance, inviting any interested parent to attend the meeting. And then I also know that the night of the meeting, only 8 parents showed up. The principal was not in favor of going forward with the meeting due to the poor parent turnout. Category 1 continued. What do you need to know? Some of the things I feel like I need to know is, first of all, was something else going on that evening within the community? Um, and was that the reason that only 8 parents showed up for this particular meeting? I need to know, was there any other form of communication that went out to the parents or could have went out to invite the parents to help spread the word of the meeting? I need to know, did the meeting take place even though there was poor turnout? Because, the reading kind of left off at the principal didn't even want to conduct the meeting. So I need to know, did the meeting actually happen? Um, I need to know kind of the size of the school and the community. Is the school a large school or a small school? And is 8 people really a reasonable number? If it's a small community, 8 may be a pretty good number. Um, Although the principal did not seem pleased with that number. Um, I need to know how many parents actually received the letter from their children. How many, parents actually got into the hand. How many letters actually got into the hands of the parents, or did they get lost, in transition? And then the problem, Miss Rose, she's a new high school assistant principal and is trying to get more community involvement. Her school currently has no PTO or PTA organization, and her and the head principal do not share the same view on this topic. Category 2, proposed plan of action with strategies for implementation. So my plan of action includes, first, I would have the original parent advisory meeting, even though the parent turnout was not great. So I don't think that it would be right to send those 8 parents home and not have the meeting just because I was not happy with the number of people that were there. And then after that meeting, I would speak with the principal to find out the duties or responsibilities of this advisory group. I would want to lay these out and, hammer out the details as to what exactly this group is going to do. I would then want to plan another meeting, and I would want to spread the word about the meeting, and the details of it throughout the community. I would want to also spread the word of the meeting using multiple modes of communication. A couple of these are listed here. The school newsletter, the school or district website. Again, send notes home with the students. We could do an all call or an all email to spread the word to the parents, and then use any form of social media outlet that the school or district uses to get communication out to all stakeholders. And then the last thing I would want to do is establish a routine for when the advisory group will meet and the purpose of these meetings. I feel like if there's a set date each month or time each month that this group is going to meet, that will help parents get in a routine to make sure that they're able to attend. Appropriate strategies I would use to implement my plan. The first thing I would do is communicate the meeting times and the purpose of the meeting. Make sure that parents know what time and date the meetings are going to be each month, and make sure that they know the purpose of the parent advisory group. And I would use different modes of communication as I had listed in the previous slide: social media, district website, newsletters, notes home, all calls, all of that sort of stuff. The second thing I would do is collaborate with the stakeholders, the importance of the advisory group. So just make sure that you're getting the word out to the parents in the community that um, the importance of community involvement within the school. And then the third thing, I would establish a routine of when the meeting will take place and how they will be structured. Um, People like to know the structure of meetings. That way they can what's going to happen, and they like to have an established routine of when things are going to happen. If you say every the first Tuesday of every month the parent advisory group is going to meet, people can plan ahead and make sure that they have that on their calendar in advance so they can go ahead and show up. Category 3, resolve the issues based on promoting the success of all students. So what is best for the students? The first thing is to continue and try to promote parent involvement within the school. I want to be persistent with the meeting, even though the first meeting had a poor turnout. So don't just give up after one try. If it's not successful, make sure that you keep trying and trying and trying. Try to get support from community leaders and businesses to get them actively involved within the school and spread the word of things happening at the school. And lastly, be open to parent and community ideas, and within reason try to implement these ideas within the school. If you're going to just have meetings and never listen to parent input or community input, then the purpose of having the meeting is pointless. So make sure that if ideas do come up, that within reason we're trying to implement those ideas. Category 4, debrief the problem by reflecting on what you were thinking, feeling, and valuing, and any issues that are unresolved. So first, what was I thinking? The first thing I was thinking was the principal does not want to go out of his way to establish any sort of parent or community involvement. I think he's pretty shut down on the whole idea, um, because of things that have happened in the past. Um, I think that the first meeting was not promoted very effectively. I don't exactly know if very many of parents got the notes that were sent home, and I think that using one mode of communication to communicate this meeting is not very effective. Um, and I'm thinking the role of the parent advisory group needs to be further discussed and established to make sure that parents know exactly the purpose of having this parent group. What are you feeling? The first thing I'm feeling is frustration with the principal and his closed-mindedness on the issue. I'm feeling disappointed with the lack of parents wanting to help and get involved within the school. I also feel alone because the principal is so against community and parent involvement that I pretty much think that it's on me to establish this group or get this advisory group up and running. And then lastly, the last thing is I'm feeling motivated to try and improve parent and community involvement. I know the importance of parent and community involvement, and I just feel motivated to um, better, better or less say, kind of prove the head principal wrong that, hey, we can get this organization going and started. What are you valuing? So some of the things I'm valuing, um, after reflecting on this, is the importance of parent and community involvement within the school. Making sure that the community's bought into the great things that are happening within the school, and I'm valuing the importance of that. I'm valuing the importance of different communication modes and realize that not all communication modes are received by certain groups of people. Some people will communicate using social media, some people will not. Some people will communicate using email, some people will not. So we just need to make sure that we try to use as many modes of communication as possible to reach everybody that we can. And then the last thing I'm valuing is the importance of collaboration among the administration team. Um, I feel like, the administration team needs to be working better together to help resolve this issue and not be so closed-minded and shut off to the idea. So I'm valuing collaboration. Um, what issues are still unresolved or open to investigation? So some of the unresolved issues are the parents within the community truly not wanting to be involved, or is this just the principal's own opinion on this topic? Did Miss Rose give up on the idea of parent involvement, or did she stay the course? Did she hold the meeting? Um, did she not hold the meeting? Is she wanting to continue to press this issue, or is she just willing to, just stop? Are there any community leaders that could help promote parent involvement within the school? You get one or two community leaders that are influential within the community bought in, and that can help strongly support your cause. And then lastly, what is the superintendent and elected school board officials' view on this issue? Do they want to get more parent involvement within the school community? So the reflection on Standard 7, how do you as the educational leader promote the academic success of every student? So as the educational leader, I effectively communicated the time and purpose of the meeting with all stakeholders. By having a routine of when the meeting is going to happen and communicating that to the community, um, I'm making sure that everybody knows about it. As the educational leader, I communicated with stakeholders and listened to their ideas and concerns throughout the meeting. So by having the meetings, you are able to get a sense and feel of what the community is feeling, and possible changes that they would like to make within the school. And then as the educational leader, I continued to pursue having a parental advisory group on a routine basis because I know the importance and positive effect it can have on a school and the school community. Component 2, how do you as an educational leader promote the personal well-being of every student? As the education leader, I invited and encouraged all parents to come to the meeting and be involved in the advisory group. It wasn't shut off to a specific group of people. It was open to anybody that was interested. And as the educational leader, I listened to the ideas and concerns from the parents within this group. And I will try to apply this to help improve the school. And as the educational leader, I continue to pursue the parent group despite the principal's lack of interest because I know the importance of parent and community involvement within the school. And lastly, how do you promote community's engagement for families and other stakeholders in the school's community? As the educational leader, I invited community members to be involved and listen to their concerns and ideas. And as the leader, I worked to arrange a routine meeting time and limited interference for stakeholders, making sure that the meeting is held on a set date and with limited interference from other school activities. And as a leader, I recognize the importance of community stakeholders in the school and welcome their ideas to help improve the school. And that is the end of my module. I want to thank everybody for watching. Again, this is Brandon Johnson. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.